Is you call me?
Yeah, wait, Spence, you don't see me live.
I don't believe you.
You get catch with your pants down.
No, I don't care. I'm
And
telling
we
you.
eating. Bro, that's what I'm trying to say. Me and you, we're too in tune.
Yeah, you know.
But this flavor here, you see this flavor? Don't muck about with this flavor. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. Flaming hot. What's it? All those who know about what's it, you know what time it is. Hold tight, Bronchi Malik. Hold tight, Triple V. Anyway, you know how we start this thing, Spencer. In those true fine words. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Now listen. I was ringside. I was watching the man. We was there. I just want to know this part here is this. I'm just keeping this thing 100. What game plan did Anthony Joshua have, if any? What was he trying to administer? And what does it mean if somebody is singing your praises when there is no cause for any praise?
Who's singing these praises?
Wait there. Did you see the corner man there?
I was in a packed room of party goers for my niece's birthday, so I didn't hear the the sound and the corner work and what have you. I was really just focused on the fight.
Son, I don't want to hear nobody blame Robert McCracken. The internet is a horrible place. Man's writing Robert Masakan like he should get sacked. Right?
But the internet don't lose, bro.
It's undefeated, right?
The internet don't lose, but
nobody can blame Robert McCracken. Nobody, right? When you win, it's down to you. When you lose, it's down to you. AJ has to look into himself, Tun, and ask himself, does he really want to fight? Right? Does he really want to be here? Now, I spoke to Eddie Hearn this morning because Eddie Hearn phoned me. I was taken aback, to tell you the honest truth. It's all love. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I know Eddie Hearn before you lot know Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn used to come Real Fight Club, sit down and drink cups of tea with me, you know what I mean, every Thursday. When he just got Audley Harrison back. Right? So when I'm looking at it now, I'm saying to myself, what did my man, or what did Self-Law said Tunde needs to train AJ? No, he doesn't. What Tunde needs to do is speak little intricate details, or what Anthony or his team could have done was just listen to our breakdown on the keys for victory for both men. That's all they had to go and do. Because don't think they're not listening, because they are listening. Because I done a video earlier today on IFL with Razban, and usually the haters jump on me hard. Now, everyone had to say, "Rah, this guy, you should be working with him." Listen, I went to Anthony Joshua 7 years ago and said, maybe you should go do something with Tunde. Right? I remember when I was there with him, I phoned Tunde and got him to talk to Tunde. Right? Now, I'm not knocking Robert McCracken, because Robert McCracken's done a fantastic job. And it's too easy to try and kick him out when they're down. Right? But I'm not blaming Robert McCracken. Anything that happened right now, the person who has to hold responsibility is Anthony Joshua.
Always look at yourself.
Right? And the reason why I'm saying Anthony Joshua, I'm telling, man, October of 1974, Ali versus George Foreman, but it's actually George Foreman was the heavyweight champion of the world. George Foreman ran to the ring. I've never been a fan of people running to the ring. But I'm saying, I know, because I know you, Tun. So I'm saying, What are you doing running to the ring? Then on top of that,
Wait there. Sorry to cut you because I'm so in tune to what you're saying. But you can ask anyone that was in that birthday party yesterday. As soon as I saw Anthony waving to the crowd, yeah, wagwan, yeah, I said, that ain't a good sign.
No. Right. And I'm putting it out there. I ain't gonna lie. 1981. Larry Holmes versus Joey Cooney. Larry Holmes actually ran to the ring, but Larry Holmes ran into the ring because he wanted to broke up Joey Cooney. There's a difference. There's a difference. He wanted to really do him something. He wanted to do Joey Cooney bad, and he ran to the ring to start off. Yes, Robin, bro, I'm preaching right now, brother. I'm on this one here. Now I'm saying to you, George Foreman ran to the ring against Ali and got knocked out in 5 rounds. And the thing about it is this, George Foreman was the massive favorite for that fight. So he ran to the ring with that air of arrogance, but he ran to the ring. Don't run to the ring, stop, think about what you're going to do, start spudding everyone when you're in the ring. I get that, you spud them. Yeah. I get that energy part. But then you're seeing the old grannies, you're hugging her up. Right? I'm saying, where's your mind at? You're behaving. Yes, Malik, thank you very much. Bronchi Malik, thank you. Right? Where's your mind at, bro? On top of that, prior to the fight, Tunde, and I know this to be factual, he's in the changing room with that Joby guy who trains Ben Whitaker, right? The guy who won the silver medal at the Olympics, right? He's in because he's employed Joby as well, right? He's got Joby and they're watching old fight footage.
When?
In the changing room. Prior to the fight.
But he watched some Floyd.
Right. No, I'm being real with you. What are you doing watching old fight footage, your black and white fights then? What's your old black and white fights 3 months down the line to the fight? Now, what I'm saying is this is less like the Matrix download. There's a new Matrix coming out now as well, right? So I'm looking at yeah.
You know I'm a Matrix,
right?
man.
1 million, right? Just like the Matrix, you can download programs, but not everyone's Neo that can be that machine that can download everything and just get plugged in and get all the information.
Neo going for 10 hours straight downloading.
Great. Yeah, exactly. You're trying to download too much information. This thing is a gradual thing. What do you think? I just woke up one day and said, right, I'm just gonna watch all of this boxing right now. Tunde, man, you saw last time when we did the live at my mum's, right? The stacks and stacks of books, the stacks and stacks of boxing magazines. That's years of accumulation, you know?
Yes, sir.
That's years of reading it, especially them times that boxing news should come out on a Friday religiously. You have the boxing news. You
know the shop near King's College Hospital?
Yeah.
The corner shop where it used to open up there.
The little Indian man shop.
Yeah. Them days, God.
Right. I'm telling you, you're doing too much, brother. Right? And on the reals, me and Tunde came to the conclusion that you weren't going to win that fight. Right? But the will and the love that we got for you, we spoke on every eventuality how you could win the fight.
Yes.
Right?
That was the facts of it.
Yeah.
That was the facts of it. You know, my thing, I mean, again, all you need to do is watch the breakdown. You just need to watch the breakdown. And we gave AJ the keys to victory. And we also said that Usyk only had one game plan. And Anthony had so many attributes that he could have used to just go in there and just brock him up. Because it was that type of fight.
Right.
And the key shots, go and watch Wednesday's episode of Keys for AJ.
Tunde said left hook
to the body.
Right. And when you threw it, you had success.
The only time AJ hurt Usyk in that fight was the body shots.
Now he hit with the right hand as well. He clapped it with the right hand.
No. He took that right hand.
Tunde.
He turned his head, the right hand. Maybe he was down
to the Ozonto. I was there ringside, bro.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You was on the phone to me. He was like, Oh, that hurt him. No, Spencer. When you watch the replay, he took the thing like this and then just come back. But the body shots visibly hurt him. Visibly. And it was that type of fight. He needed to do that. But carry on, Spence, because I haven't even started yet.
Right. So I'm there and I'm saying to myself, where was Josh's head at? Where was his head at?
Let me ask you a question. Did Derek Chisora do a better job than Usyk than Anthony?
Far better. Far better. Go and ask yourself this. Even though he got knocked out,
Who got knocked out?
Even though he got knocked out, did Tony Bellew do a better job?
So Derek never got knocked out.
No. I said even though he got knocked out, I'm talking about Tony Bellew.
Okay, yes.
Did Tony Bellew do a better job?
I don't think so.
No, he did.
No.
He did. He got far more success.
I don't know what you and Tony got, but
listen,
he never done a better job.
You and Tony ain't got nothing.
Bro, he never done a better job than Joshua. He never.
As long as Tony's hooking up to get that his own money, it's all good.
No. What I'm saying is again, because we don't want to drift away from the conversation. But AJ did have a little success. He did.
When?
He did hit him with right hands. He did hit him with body shots. But we know on the whole, I mean, look at Usyk's face after the fight. Bellew didn't do that. Chisora didn't do that.
I had one guy text me while I was at the fight, yeah?
Yes.
So I big him up, and I've forgotten his name, so I feel embarrassed. He said, Spence, I speak Russian. Usyk's man then was telling Usyk, don't go to knock him out now. Just boxing.
Yes.
Right? Last 2 rounds of the fight, I thought, I said, man, when I was with Roy Jones, I did the breakdown with Roy. I was saying I could see AJ losing on points, but coming back and stopping Usyk in 10 or 11 because I've seen the guy bite down on his gum shield. You can only bite down on something if you got something to bite. There's nothing in the basement. There was no urgency in his work. You know what I mean? And then, listen, check this one out, Tunde. You're going into the ring, and this is no disrespect to that bacon dread, because my brethren, Clifton Mitchell, but still.
Bacon dread. What's the matter with you?
So listen to this one. What is the bacon dread talking to you while you're in the ring?
Spence, there was so much.
I'm asking you a question. What is he doing? You just walk. You're in the ring. What is it that Clifton Mitchell had to tell you then at that moment? Then
I think I'll be honest with you. I think when AJ really assesses the whole show, the fight, the ring, I see him talking to people in the dressing room and all of that. You know, obviously, I think he would just see that his mind weren't there. It weren't on the job. And because of that, you know, he made a fighter whose only chance of winning was to use his cerebral powers. And I told man from the start, as soon as you see him come like this, go watch the episode. I told you. I said,
I'm gonna click that part up.
I said, I bet you any money he's gonna start like that. And what did he do, Spence?
Started it.
And from I see that, I said, uh-oh.
He voodooed him up and he took AJ to another portal.
You come with some Doctor Strange business there.
Yeah, that's what he did. That's what Doctor Strange did. Opened up the bridges to it.
But you know, listen.
The thing about this one, he took AJ to another portal, but he left AJ's spirit in the ring.
Yes.
Right? No, his physical body in the ring, but took AJ's spirit and put it into another dimension.
But I'm gonna be real on this thing there because I realize that a lot of people being hard with AJ, and I think AJ
it's not being hard.
No, we're being real.
Be truthful.
Don't get me wrong. I never said you know.
All right.
I said a lot of people.
Right.
We're just the realists. We're just gonna talk the thing, or we're just gonna explain our points of view, and we're not gonna be afraid to say them. But what I'm saying is that I think AJ, being a self-critical guy, is actually gonna look at himself and say, "Bro, what is it? Like all these people I've got around me, what they doing?"
Ton, the man. Let me tell you this: that Joby brother, who works for Ben Whitaker, I don't know him, But
First of all, Alexander Wilson, thank you very much for the $5, sir. He says, when the fight started and Usyk's lead foot was on the outside, I was like, this is going to be a long night for AJ. There is no... That's a no-no in boxing.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
And it's true. But when I saw AJ, Lennox said to me, when did you see AJ throw a double jab?
At all.
When?
But again, you know what, Spence? Again, I'm not defending the man, but I just feel that I said it. Go and watch it. Please, the people on the show now, go and watch the shows before the fight.
Nah, don't, because I want them to stay on this. Do it after.
Yeah. I said it. I said, it's like there's a bag of people just waiting to hate on this young man. A bag of people. And to be honest with you, most people criticizing were just, they ain't coming from a good place, Spence.
I know.
They're not coming for like how me and you are coming.
I know.
We're coming with, analytical, constructive criticism, which in reality is a benefit to Anthony Joshua. So, but carry on about Lennox Lewis saying, where was the double jab?
So what did you say? I said, no, I never. You know what I mean? And if I'm that size, like Anthony Joshua, rude boy, you see where I throw my jab? That broke up your nose, your teeth, your elbow, your eyebrow, the hair on your eyebrow, everything.
But as I said before the fight, people really don't understand the impact boxing IQ has on an opponent. You don't understand. When you go in there, all this, it ain't just easy. Yeah, go in there, just rough him up. And even though we know that's the game plan.
That wasn't the game plan, though.
That's where
was his game plan. If that was his game plan,
I'm like, was there urgency from the corner to say to Anthony, bruv, see, when man's criticizing me, telling man to go for it, we're going for it, bro. We ain't just standing up there.
I wish you was in AJ's corner around 9 to tell him to go for it.
I would have told him just you see what I'm saying? That's the difference. You need guys like us around. Because if you're gonna go out, just go out. It's a fight. If the game plan ain't working, you're gonna lose anyway. It's the manner in which you lose. And I felt that it was the worst way for someone to lose because it appeared as though he wasn't trying. Even when he was in the inside, and we weren't throwing nothing.
Tunde, if he was on the inside and never threw nothing, then obviously he wasn't trying.
Well, I think the person who he was in front of was negating that and nullifying.
You're on the inside. You can let your hands go. You're on the inside.
Anyway, you know me. I'm a trainer, and you're a boxing pugilist historian. I know, and you know, it don't work like that because this guy's already got into his head that look, what was it? The fight just started. 2 seconds. AJ get licked with a straight left hand. Bam!
Yeah.
His head went up. The fight just starts, Spencer.
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying, oh my goodness. And then from round 4 or 5, his legs weren't steady.
Bro.
His legs was weak.
Bro, did you see when the man roughed him up in round 3?
Oh my goodness.
Did you see when he roughed him up? He roughed him up in Hilton.
Man.
How can you make this little man rough you up?
You see me, I'm one of them people. I wanted AJ to win so badly. I wanted him to win. I so wanted him to win. Because I'm like, bro, no one, I see people online now saying they're naming their child Usyk, Oleksandr. People saying, bro, no one ever cared about Usyk when he was cruiserweight unified. No one ever cared. All of a sudden, you beat the big man, and now he's the best heavyweight that ever lived. No, brother, you're not. It's still AJ, in my opinion. I don't care what anyone says, but I'm just like,
well, how can it be AJ in your opinion? He's
no. Listen. That's just me as a lawyer, but we know Usyk, Oleksandr Usyk. I told you this man dreamed this thing. Didn't I tell you, Spence?
Yeah.
I told you that when he was an amateur, he dreamed of being the best in Ukraine. Then he dreamed of being the best in Europe. Then he dreamed of being the best in the world as an amateur. And then he brought this thing into the professionals. And then for the last 2 years, he dreamed it, believe it, become it, that he was going to be AJ.
Yep. Mohammed Ahmed says, sorry, 1 second. JM, thank you very much for the £2 donation and 1,000,000% rest in peace, Pro Bees.
We're going to do a show.
Yeah, 1,000,000% we're going to do a show. We're going to link it up because we're going to get loads of people on the link. So we're going to send out our love for him, yeah?
Yes.
Right. I'm saying now, what was it? It was Ahmed. Who was it? Mohammed Ahmed says, yeah, thank you very much, Gary, for pointing that up. Spencer, has AJ lost a dog in him? Where was the late onslaught? Now, let me tell you this. We have to go back. You go back a few years now to, what was it? April of 2000 and, was it 2018 when he fights Klitschko? Yeah? That was the last bit of dog that we ever saw in Anthony Joshua.
Okay.
Klitschko did drop him, hurt him, and he had a hard fight with Klitschko. Anthony Joshua and his camp, they went out and reevaluated things and said, you know what? We want you to be more of a Klitschko guy, so you're going to get longevity. The Klitschko's more so Vladimir Klitschko than Vitaly Klitschko, because Vitaly Klitschko was coming to bang you out, bro.
Yeah, Vitaly Klitschko was an animal.
Yeah, he was an animal, right? But more Vladimir Klitschko, more of a Lennox Lewis, for you to have longevity in your career. So they had him boxing behind the jab, moving side to side from a tight guard, throwing right hands. He had a lackluster performance, as far as I'm concerned, against Carlos Takam. He had a lackluster performance, as far as I'm concerned, against Josie Parker. Right?
One thing I noticed yesterday, in the past, it's interesting you say that, because in the past, I see AJ used to dip, try little shoulder moves, rolling.
Yep.
Yesterday, he did not keep it. He stood tall the whole fight.
I don't get it. And like I'm saying to you, the dog was punched out of him in the Klitschko fight because he tried to reevaluate his boxing. And he tried to reevaluate his boxing because he's saying, I have to look at Anthony Joshua, the AJ business. And the AJ business needs longevity to get these big fights. This morning I spoke to Eddie Hearn. He's saying, listen, Spence, no one don't sell like AJ.
Yeah, of course.
Right, no one don't sell like him.
He's still
right?
That's what I'm saying. He's still the money man.
He's still the money man, right? So, but when you're dealing with a man that don't care about money, Usyk don't care about money.
He don't care. It's the dream.
It's a dream. He said, I'm fulfilling the dream. You don't care about money. Yeah, okay, we get good money. Yeah, okay, I feel champion, right? You know, business.
You can
right?
see money to that. And, you know, he said that, big up his wife, 12 years to date.
Thank you.
Through the journey and everything. So
right, exactly. So
you know,
you're dealing with this is when you have to realize that when a man mindset is that I've got nothing to lose, he can't lose. You know what I mean?
Well, AJ, I think
it's too much going on for him, Tun.
No, but I don't know about that. Listen, the same could be said for Floyd. It never affected him.
Yeah, right. We've got 176 people on this thing right now. Ladies and gentlemen, just smash your like buttons for us, please, because you're tuned in. Smash your like buttons.
I beg. Yeah. Whenever AJ fights, everything is on the line. You know, he's just at that level. For him, he's the man that everybody wants to beat. So you have to find ways to continuously motivate yourself. It's like Bernard Hopkins, to keep motivating himself for all those defenses. I think it was 20 defenses of his middleweight.
Killer. That's who he was.
But he used to go to the weigh-in, press come and push man in the face.
Exactly. Remember it to Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, and that's the flag.
Let me tell you, I know the story of this, you know, because when Don King came over here in 2001, when Don King came over,
yeah,
and Don King was telling us the story, and he said, we was driving in the car, me and Bernard, and a man put a hand through the car with a gun, you know,
Yeah.
and they had to box the gun.
To release.
Right.
Yeah. But you see the way the people them rush and they run after Hopkins in the stadium. He had to dust out the oldest done. But that's what I'm trying to say. You know, when you're a man like AJ, again, it's easy for us to sit here on the safe side and talk about nobody has walked in AJ's shoes. So I'm always like very mindful of the things I say about this young man because he has some serious shoes that he's got to walk in, Spence. And none of us, listen, none of us know what that feels like.
Tunde, and
all I can say
agree.
is where boxing, yeah, thank you very much, sir. What I can say is where boxing is concerned, maybe you need to go back to the hood like in Rocky 3 and chat to the man them.
What are you talking about? If AJ goes to the hood now, he's going to get robbed.
Nah. Listen, AJ's got pure love. He's got pure, and you know this. Every man,
Turn.
you know where I was last night, yeah? All the women.
Tunde, I don't live in the hood no more. Do you live in the hood? I don't live in the hood. So let's be real.
No. But what I'm trying to say is, you get what I'm saying.
I'm not wearing my rollie in the hood, Tunde. I'm just being real.
Yeah. Well, I can, bruv, because the man them know, because I would just switch on them and go back, because I don't business about where I am.
That's how young you don't care about your little shiny face and your white teeth. So you carry on. The young you said they don't even know you.
No. But what I'm trying to say is that I just think that sometimes, you know, it's nothing to pick up the phone or go and chat to you. You know, not necessarily me, but you.
You used to chat to me regular, and then all Tunde. Regular, but this is the next thing. What I'm trying to say is this: I will freely give information, right?
Yes,
because information is not your own, and it's only powerful when you share it.
Yes,
right.
Well,
Oleksandr Usyk, thank you again.
I've had to reassess that in the last few months, but anyway, go on, carry on.
Right. So when you have certain information, but what I'm trying to say is this: when you're doing something of value. Yeah, you should value the people who give you that valuable information, right?
Yes.
Now, what it seems to me is like you value certain people's opinion over other people's opinion, right? And I'm saying not because before I said, nah, it's better con artist in this boxing.
Wait, can we just pick up? Sorry, Spence. Can we just pick up Oleksandr Wilson again because he just made another donation. Gary, if you get up.
What's on the SR as well? Wait, one second. SR, do you think AJ has the ability to beat Dylan now? Right? Do you think he has the heart? The spite needs.
The spite needs to be back.
Yeah, the spite needs to be back.
Before you answer that, Spence, Oleksandr Wilson gave another $5, and he said, speaking of Hopkins, AJ versus Usyk reminded him of Trinidad versus Hopkins. Again, very true. Anyway, N. Neil, before you answer that question, again, £5 from N. Neil. He said, lads, would the fact that Usyk beat Joyce in the amateurs reflect on a professional fight? Because Joyce has more dog in him than Joshua and would destroy him. Let's go back to the first question, Spence. If you can remember that.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I don't think. Matter of fact, if that was Dylan White in there yesterday with that Anthony Joshua, Dylan White would have knocked him out.
Well, let me tell you this. AJ wouldn't have fought like that if it was Dylan.
Very true.
And the reason being is the IQ. The IQ, which we spoke about on Wednesday, is what stopped. Let me give you another example last night. We saw Callum Smith destroy Lenny Castillo. Literally destroy him. He came out front foot aggressive, showed Lenny Castillo his power from the first bell. But against Canelo, where was that?
Exactly.
So this is what I'm trying to say to you. AJ against Dylan, that's a serious fight. And I know AJ will come out banging for that fight.
Turn. As much as you're saying that, yeah?
Yeah.
I believe
I thought you were sleeping there. You know, your eyes
No,
look mad. Hey, what's going on? Spencer lost his connection. See, he was just about to sleep. Nah, he looked shiny today. Anyway, lads, Neil H said, lads, with the fact that I'm sure Spencer will come back. He said, lads, with the fact that Usyk beat Joyce in the amateurs reflect on a professional fight because Joyce has more dog in him than Joshua and would destroy him. Well, Neil, it's funny you say that because it appears that Joyce has more dog in him than Joshua, but I'm telling you, it's not. You're looking at fighters with fighting against particular fighters. I'm telling you, the style that Joe Joyce has been fighting, that he couldn't do that with Usyk. He wouldn't because of the boxing IQ. Just the same like Anthony Joshua last night with Usyk. We're not used to, we knew that Usyk, you can't, we said it in the breakdown. You ain't going to stand on the outside and win a fight against Oleksandr Usyk. There was only one way of beating Oleksandr Usyk, and that was just behaving like they just let you out of jail and you're meeting your first girl. It's just like animalistic behavior. That's what Anthony needed to do last night. But the boxing IQ nullified that. And that's all it is.
The boxing IQ did nullify that. But what I'm trying to say to you is, just like when the great Antonio Tava was on our show, one of our first live interviews, nearly 2 years ago now, you know, Antonio Tava said, if I listened to whatever people were telling me about Roy Jones, remember, I would have never defeated him.
There you go.
Right? Now, obviously, he was Anthony Joshua, like what I said when Nigel Benn, November 1990, fought Chris Eubank, Sr.
Yes.
Gary Newborn interviewed him and said, did you underestimate him, Nigel, just after the fight? And I went,
I remember that. I
didn't underestimate him. I overestimated him. You know? Right. Because you're hearing all of these things about this man doing this Matrix and this man, now he's back with Papachenko and all the rest of it and blah.
I never see Papachenko there last night.
Well, it don't make no difference to me because I said Papachenko made his son get broke up by a man.
Exactly.
Right. So you buy into all of this narrative of the chat, bro. You have to have this mind like, I don't business, bro. Right? I don't business. So the tactics that AJ should have employed, he didn't. He didn't come nowhere near it. And that's because his team, his camp had the wrong tactics. How you going to go talk to this man? Off the canvas, big up myself, big up yourself, yeah, for the four.
Harry, put that up. Yeah. Wait there. Off the canvas boxing, thank you for $4.99 donation. He says this version of AJ would have beaten Klitschko back in 2007.
Wouldn't have beaten.
17. Oh, wouldn't have beaten Klitschko back in 2007. Roy Jones Jr. said that AJ needs to be around killers. Rest in power, Pro Bs. Big up, guys.
Yeah, come 1,000,000%. We're gonna do something called Pro Bs. We said this earlier, but maybe you just jumped on.
343 people in the chat.
Because they know. Because they look, Ton, man. I'm just telling you, because they know we're talking the real thing, right? And furthermore, even though we're talking the real thing, and it's not for us, they ain't no AJ bashing exercise, right? Because end of the day, AJ revived the boxing in the UK.
Without AJ boxing,
right? AJ is the one that brought back the pay-per-view platform to the UK on another level. Tony Bellew was the first one to do it. After they said we ain't doing no more pay-per-view, after the Audley Harrison, David Hay, and they sat down scratching their head like, right, we're not going to do no pay-per-view. Now, check this one. Even David Hay sent me a message to him, or when I broke it down on IFL, I'm saying exactly the same thing that I'm saying here, right? Yes. But even David Hay sent me a message, and he was saying, boy, the realest thing, I'm going to show you right now what Mr. Haymaker sent me. You say, boy, that is...
Neil H will answer your question as soon as we deal with this one, Spencer's pertaining.
There we go. The Tunde, can you see that?
Yep, David Hay. He says something like best analysis I've heard so far. It's so clear and simple to see. The answer is hiding in plain sight. Put your screen on again.
Yeah.
Plain sight for AJ. Is he willing? Is he willing
to make
the big decisions that are needed? Exciting times.
Right. That's from former 2-weight world champion, Mr. David Hay.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you straight. I don't business about what David Hay's saying. Because everyone is David Hay can say that now, but when he needed to make changes, he never made changes. So I don't business about what David Hay said.
But what I'm trying to say, I know you're saying you don't business, but what I'm trying to say to you is this, Tunde, yeah? Well, you're saying that when David Hay needed to make changes.
Yeah.
When did David Hay need to make changes?
Don't let me start going on to the David Hay situation because
no, I'm saying to you, said David Hay. When did he need to make changes, Tunde?
The minute that he started balling about his toes, that's when he needed to make changes.
Right. And Tunde,
listen, that's what I said. I'm not giving Spence. I'm not giving no next man no power. All I'm saying, I'm not giving him no power. All I'm saying is that everyone want to start biting down on AJ, but none of you ain't doing for boxing what AJ is doing for boxing or what he has done for boxing.
Well, I'm not AJ for that.
So, bro, I don't business about David Hay. I don't care about David Hay.
Right?
I don't care about David Hay.
I'm telling you this now. I'm saying that on what I'm saying.
David Hay was fooling the public last week doing some joke thing with some brother from Dubai. So don't tell me about changes. That's nonsense. I don't like people just so quick to criticize Anthony Joshua.
But I won't criticize him. He's saying that he needs to make changes.
He is.
So wait there. He's criticizing. He's criticizing.
So why didn't you make changes with David Hay when you send Derek Chisora when you're sending him in there every 5 seconds to get Brock up? Oh, come on, man! Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite.
No,
otherwise, do a podcast. And explain to the people what you mean. Don't be sending my brethren Spencer no text. And bro, say the thing out loud. Say the thing out loud.
Very true. But what I'm trying to say is now we just said, because I show the public and the 300 of people that we got on the thing.
422.
422. Salute. Ooh, listen, 422.
Hold on. Someone's saying David Hay is better than Anthony Joshua. Did David Hay win Olympic gold medalist? Nope.
And remember this: when David Hay went to the Commonwealth Games, remember they pulled him out. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Was David Hay 2-time heavyweight champion of the world? Thank you very much, sir. Your silence answers that question. Bro, come on, man. Let's give the boy some credit.
I'm not taking no credit. I'm not taking no credit. But what I'm trying to say is I don't know what the tactics that you going into that fight. I didn't like the corner work that was done in that fight. I didn't like the fact that and I'm being real. This is not a dig on you because I don't know you. I've met you. You know what I mean? I met you and you being very, very polite and thing because you know how this thing goes, right? There's no big up Bobby Wright, 499. You know what I mean? The show is lively tonight. Of course it's lively. It's always lively.
450 people in the building. Come on. Come on.
Right. I'm saying David Hay is entitled to his opinion.
Yes.
The mere fact that he reached out to me to say, boy, Spencer, I just watched the video, and you know what? The realest thing that I've heard. And it's the truth, because I just tell it on the rules. But I'll say on the rules every day in, day out when I'm on the Fight Is Right.
Everybody couldn't wait for this boy to fail. When I say everybody,
I don't believe.
Not everybody. Because
when I left the arena yesterday, when I left the arena, people were upset but not brokenhearted. mainly because they looked at something masterful by Usyk and they appreciate it. And the next thing, now we're air, because it just come to my head. The British public in that arena yesterday were absolutely disgusting when the national anthem of Ukraine was being sung. The boos that rained out was absolutely disgusting.
Well, that's the passionate, UK man don't ramp. UK man don't ramp. That's what about, the British fans are the most patriotic, passionate fans there are on the planet Earth when it comes to their backing their man, especially in boxing. I don't know about any other sport, but boxing, and it is distasteful to say the least. But we're backing our man. We don't want no. And you know what? Let me just let's rewind in the fight again. AJ, he played the Rocky Fortune.
Listen,
he played the Rocky Fortune.
And I'm saying to myself, no easy way out with Apollo Creed dead.
I'm saying no, brother. You shouldn't have played.
You can't win, Rock.
I'm saying to myself, no, AJ, because you were giving the Russian man them more powers. They're saying, exactly. Yeah, they're saying, all right, cool. We're gonna get you back for that one because this ain't gonna. Yeah, but remember when Roger was fighting? When Floyd was fighting someone, I think he was fighting Gatti or someone. He said, "Man, this ain't gonna." He said, "This ain't gonna be no Rocky 4, Rocky 3." He said, "The real motherfucker gonna win."
Thank you for the donation. He says the vaccine had AJ moving different. And what did you think about Campbell Hatton 30 points win? I haven't seen the Campbell Hatton fight. I am gonna go watch it tonight though.
Yeah, I never saw it.
No, I never see it. I am gonna watch it, and the reason being I'm gonna because everybody when I was in the car driving down, everybody was saying the vicious robbery. I can't say nothing about it being a robbery or not until I watch it.
Yeah, I need to see the fight.
But better than man from up north. No, it's a bloody robbery, Spurs. I was like, yeah. When I turned into the place, it was a madness. You know what we do when it comes to the place.
But anyway, let's move on again. So all being said, the rematch takes place. What does AJ do to win the rematch?
Phone Tunde Ajayi, phone Spencer Fearon. Let us come work in your camp for 2 weeks.
Wow, that's a big shot, Spence.
Right? I'm not gym holding pads with you, right? I'm just really make you understand because you're there watching fights, but do you understand what they're doing in the fights? I'll show you some fights to show you how to rough up people. I will show you some fights for you to go and study how to deal with southpaws. I will show you some fights where you have a supremely educated person on the other side and a man who is not as educated when it comes to boxing IQ. But this factor of having superior and supreme belief in oneself and speaking the power of I am from a proper historical point of view where you're going to say, right, if you touch me, I'm going to try and touch you back 3 times.
Is there a danger that at the moment AJ has got too many trainers in his camp?
Listen, Tunde, Robert McCracken, yeah?
Yes.
I've heard from very good source, right, that AJ turns up to training when he wants to turn up to training. He turns up on the day, but he turns up like we got trained at 5 o'clock. He's turned up at 6. You understand? And also whereas, he's still a young man, He's still a young man. He's
still a work in progress. Yeah, he's learning all the time.
What happened is this, yeah?
Yes.
When you're in that situation, if I'm Robert McCracken, you think you could say to me, oh, you know what? I'm going to bring in this Joby brother. You know what? Oh, I'm going to bring in Angel Fernandez. You know what? Well, what's he done? Now, I'm just going to be real with you. I want to look at resumes. And not only that, the disrespect. You know that Robert McCracken was trained by Phil Torrance?
Phil Torrance, yeah. Yeah.
Right. Phil Torrance was trained and worked with Houghton, the late, great Eddie Futch.
Yep.
So you're trying to say that. So he's been around these, man. So what, Robert McCracken don't know nothing? You don't trust it? Well, you trusted Robert McCracken when you went in there in 2017 and bit down on your gum shield against Klitschko. You was lauding him and holding up his hand. So all of a sudden, Robert McCracken don't know nothing. And they'll bring it. I wouldn't mind. Listen, if I'm bringing in somebody, I'm bringing someone to add something that my guy.
Yeah, again, this is what I'm trying to say. You have to mind this internet business.
This is fun.
You have to mind this internet business. You have to mind who's around you. You got to have solid people around you, because once you fall for that trap of listening to internet, get new trainer, you should sack your trainer and everything like that. I keep saying this. You're falling into the trap.
All right.
Because no matter what you do in boxing, in life, it's never going to be good enough for someone. So you have to believe in yourself, stick to yourself, stick to, as you said, Robert McCracken was good for him when he had to bite down and come through certain victories. You know, it's just, I don't know. Listen, man, it's, again, I'm
keeping it 100. Listen to me.
Yes.
You got cheerleaders around you now, bro. And that's that. Cheerleaders, and I'm going to tell you why they're cheerleaders. They're cheerleaders because man's saying, when you're getting punched in the head, beautiful, AJ, you're doing beautiful.
Well, that's not good. That ain't good.
That ain't good.
And that's why, bro, with me. If I see man taking, I'm like, bro, nah. It's not about that. It's not about that. But I just feel, you know, going back to the question, what does AJ do different? Because of this guy's IQ, because of this guy's style, you know, has AJ actually, would AJ be wise to swerve the rematch?
Tunde, let me tell you this now, yeah? They're not going to swerve the rematch. They're going to take the rematch. They're not going to swerve the rematch. They're going to take it. Spoke to Eddie today, so they're going to take the rematch. It's there for a reason. AJ wants the rematch. Yeah,
obviously he would, but he's a fighter. You know, there are some guys that are just tricky and just not your style, because I still believe, as you said, if AJ were to fight Dylan, he would come up with a different type of fight. Because
if I was Dylan, I wouldn't take that fight.
Say again?
If I was Dylan, I wouldn't take that fight.
Dylan's a money man. Dylan's a money man. So,
yeah, of course he is. Of course
Dylan would take that fight.
I'm telling you, Tunde, if I'm Dylan White, I'm not taking that fight.
Okay.
Right? I've been out in the dark for the longest time. When it was a chance where you offered me the chance to fight for a title, you offered me some idiot money, and then it was some worse deal on the back end. Like if there's a rematch, no. Yeah. If I'm Dylan White, I'm not taking a fight, and that's that. I'm telling you,
I still think there's a lot of fights out there for AJ. The Wilder fight is still live. The Fury fight, despite what people think, is still a live fight. I still believe people want to see that. But
okay, I agree. But if that was Fury in there yesterday with the guy that performed yesterday, what do you think would have happened?
Again, different fights.
Yeah, I know. But what do you think?
Different styles. The Gypsy King.
Don't you think that Tyson Fury would have got into AJ's head in the press conference?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. The Gypsy King wouldn't have stayed cautious to the 12th round. When the Gypsy King see your eyes swollen, he's going to take you out. Okay. So the Gypsy King is a different, but then at the same time, the Gypsy King, I feel, would have presented a target for AJ. AJ was missing like an amateur yesterday.
Wait a minute. You're saying AJ is missing like an amateur. Reason why? Tony Bellew went to the camp and told him, listen, don't bother trying to punch this guy's head, John.
Spencer's gone again. It's a serious show tonight. 569 people is on the live. But anyway, I'm going to read some comments. AJ's most effective, no smoke boxing. Thank you for the £5 donation. I almost said $5 there because, you know, we're moving everywhere. But AJ's most effective shot, the uppercut, was only attempted twice. Both times Usyk made it land near the solar plexus. Usyk's footwork won that fight. I have to agree. He really kept AJ guessing for the whole 12 rounds, which is what we said was going to happen. We did say this. We did say that. Big up Level Sports. Thank you for the £2 donation. He says, Stamina Vassell, best channel on YouTube, without a doubt. Thank you very much, sir. Sir Ozil said the show's different tonight, but we're coming with real. And it's Sunday night. You know, people, they're like, well, nothing to do other than speak about this amazing contest that took. And let's keep it real. We got to give Usyk. Man has got to put respect on Usyk's name. Because a lot of people were saying he's too small. You know, AJ just gonna overpower him. But bro, he showed you size don't matter when you got boxing IQ.
I don't know what's wrong with this blinking laptop. We keep on jumping out of this thing.
Yeah, I was saying, Spence, that we really got to put some respect on. Oh, well, did Arsenal win? Because Anthony Yard was at the game today in the box. The trainer was here, but Anthony was there. But I see a man saying Arsenal. Hopefully they got the results today. I ain't spoken to Anthony yet, but he was there. I was saying that people need to respect Usyk now because a lot of people were saying he's too small. AJ was going to walk through him. And he showed you that size really don't matter when you got boxing IQ.
Mm-hmm. Let Tyson Fury be in there with Usyk and find out. Ben Oldham, wait a minute. 100 pounds. Spence, there was a problem with AJ's right arm. Yes, there was. And I'm going to explain that now.
Okay. Hold on. Big up, Ben. I'm sure you gave it. And you don't need to. Yeah. I'm sure there was Ben gave us £100 the other day. I'm sure it was the same Ben.
I love business. Ben, greatly appreciate.
Thank you very much, Ben.
All right, listen to this one. Eddie Hearn told me this morning. When Eddie Hearn told me, he said, "Yeah, he did. He hurt his right. He hurt his right arm in training." But
all right, stop right there. Do not say another word. Why are you fighting with an injury? Why? Don't come with them excuses afterwards. This is why. Remember Floyd was to fight Marquez and he broke up his rib?
Yeah.
Floyd said, no. I'm not fighting. We rescheduled the thing. See? You got to be, that's my, you don't, and listen, people can say what they want about Frank Warren. I phoned Frank Warren. I said, Frank, Anthony's tooth, you know, we will fight. We don't care. I said, Frank, Anthony's tooth, believe me. Frank said, if he ain't right, he ain't fighting. That's what Frank Warren said to me. If he ain't right, he ain't fighting. And that's why to this day, I big up Frank Warren all the time, Spence. I don't care. Because that's showing you as a promoter. I know we're talking about two different levels of...
And two different financial rewards.
Two different financial, I was about to say revenue. But the fact is, you can get injured at any level of this sport.
Yeah.
So when a man is going... The objective of professional boxing is to render your opponent unconscious. I'm going to say that again. The objective of professional prize fighting is to render your opponent unconscious. So why are you going in there and making it difficult with a broke up arm in the first place? Bro, come on, man. That's excuses. It's excuses. I'd rather you just keep that quiet and just say he just got beaten by the better man. Yeah,
I know. But you know what? Regardless if you had a bad arm or not, yeah? If you got a bad arm, why weren't you jabbing more?
Yeah, you know what, bro? That's what I'm trying to say. That's excuses because, bro, I'm telling you, you know, that fight there, the whole tactics needs to be changed.
Ben Oldham, £50 now. Spence, please text Addy and tell him what you heard about AJ's right arm. Mention Ben Oldham, LOL. I'm not going to text Addy. I got Addy's phone number. I'm going to have to send him a message on Thingy. And like, it's one of them mad ones. Like, me and him talk regularly over on Instagram.
Steve P said he meant both arms. Listen, man, that's what I'm saying. We got to give Usyk some credit. But more importantly, you know, I just think that, you know, I was upset last night. I was upset. And I think, you know, we understand the commercial aspect of Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is a brand and he's doing what he's doing for his brand. But I personally think there is an on and off time for that. And the minute that you get in that arena, I don't business about no brand. It's fight time.
Man, it's fight time. What I'm saying is this.
And big up the Ukrainians, Nico, 9TG, I would love you to translate. I can just see Ukrainian power, UA, something else.
Let me say, and we got in the chat right now, son.
603.
Right. Let me tell you this: the love that I got from Ukrainian fans yesterday was nuts. They were coming up. You the knowledge, and everyone would want to take pictures. It was mad. It was mad.
You're famous.
Nah, I don't know about that. But I'm saying, like, it was ridiculous. I got a lot of respect and love for them people, the Ukrainians, because, like, them people were just on. They love boxing, man.
Same with when we went to Russia. Again, man was saying to me, listen, man was phoning me when we took the fight in Russia. Man was saying, bro, we'll roll up there with you. I was like, Tunde, bro, man will come up there strapped to that. I said, bro, you ain't even getting through customs about strapped.
Right, bro, I'm strapped. What do you mean strapped? Because they're gonna have a belt on the
I'm saying we ain't going there. I said to them, I'm telling you, once we step in the place, you only get what you put out, and we're putting out positive energy and good vibes.
Exactly.
And true to the word, as we stepped into the airport, pure love. After the fight, pure love. So sometimes, you get a preconceived notions of how things are, which you've heard. You haven't really experienced it. So I can definitely agree with you or understand what you're saying about the Ukrainian people showing you
mad love. I was
yes, sir.
Genuinely taken aback. Do you know what I mean?
What do you say about all these people saying that McCracken is garbage? He needs to go.
He's not garbage. He's not garbage. He's not. Now, what I'm saying is this, yeah? I think, and I'm just going to be real, I've known Robert McCracken a very long time. I can show you videos. I can show you, what someone just put up here? Spark Out TV. If you got to KKK meeting with positive energy, does that mean that you will get positive vibes back?
Yes, it was. Yes, it does.
Right.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. 100%. You see Dave Chappelle. Remember Dave Chappelle?
That was funny. That was very, very funny.
Dave Chappelle was serious. Bro. Anyway, listen, energy goes where energy flows. So that wasn't even a comment that we was looking to put up anyway. I saw a good one. Spence Tunde, you
right what Lloyd, sorry, Lloyd just sent me a message on it.
Rams one fact. Rams one.
Let me just quickly say this. Lloyd, let me just big up Lloydie, nickname Blackie. Said, Spencer, you and Tunde's show is like hot Scotch bonnet.
Come on,
right.
Big up. He said, and Rams 1154 says, Spence Tunde, you man are the best boxing minds in the business. Facts. But in my opinion, Joshua has not been the same since Ruiz won last night. Joshua fought the wrong fight.
No, Joshua hasn't been the same since Klitschko popped his cherry. That hard fight there with Klitschko has made him turn around and say, I'm going to box more.
Is that him or is that his trainers?
I think it's both.
And
I think the trainers have convinced him, look, Josh, we need longevity here. And we ain't going to get it by having these thrill nights. You just carry on being this media-friendly guy and kick a care, smiley.
But Spencer, I don't feel that. I don't think that.
So do you think that he behaved like a killer in the Carlos Takam fight?
No. I'm just saying that he is still actually. I mean, listen, people could say it's an excuse or what, but he's still finding his way. Obviously, he's learning under the spotlight, but it's an almighty spotlight. And I don't think I can
take that pressure that he's under.
No. What I'm saying is that
I don't think I could take that pressure.
What I'm saying is you got to remember. All right, let's take Robert McCracken and the UK boxing setup. They box in a particular manner. It's quite obvious that AJ feels that he needs to,
sex it up a bit.
Yeah, but without being unloyal to the guys that he started with.
Yeah.
But the back and forth, the training with this man one day and the training with that man
That
next.
can't work.
That's where I feel it's not gone right. I feel they all have to be in the same camp. I feel that there has to be one voice. I don't think AJ should be doing pads with more than 1 or 2 people max.
Turn. He didn't do no pads for this fight. This is the next thing. Derek Chisora, because last night on my way home, Tunde, I had to wait outside that blinking venue, but it was so cool because everyone was coming up to me taking photos. Everyone was saying they loved the fighters, right? It was a madness. It's Tunde. I said, no. Tunde's at home. I said, I didn't know you that party, but
Yes.
it was just mad. My wife was like, Spence, I know that people know you in boxing, but this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. She got fed up in taking pictures. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's
right?
what we want.
No, I'm saying good because you know these women, they don't respect you in the house. And this is my message to me. If any of these people that you like to leave your dirty socks on the floor, your dirty boots.
yeah, they don't know the rules, Spencer.
Yeah. I said, shut your mouth. No.
Ryan Gould, quickly, Anthony's announcement should be next week.
Yeah.
For the
Looking
rematch
forward to that.
against
Looking for the date for that. We're looking forward to the date for that. That you see, you can't escape destiny. Yep.
No way,
Jose. Really, big up yourself. Says big up Tunde and Spence. Bare knowledge. I'm concerned. The thing too. Have you put it up? Put it up there, Gary. Verroy Bailey. And Vera, you're rich, you know. He's a big music man. You want to send some money on this
let me read it. Big up Tunde and Spence. Bare knowledge. I'm concerned that AJ's ego really believed he could match Usyk at his own game. His team is still a great team, but I can't believe or understand the tactics. And this is what we said.
Bro.
You can't win this fight. What are you telling me? I'm going to next £50?
Listen, Ben paid my mortgage this month.
Trust me. Big up Ben Odom. Wait, let's answer that question before we go forward. Velroy.
Wait.
Me and Spencer both said this fight cannot be won on the outside. It was plain and simple. It couldn't. And maybe, I remember, and I've said it on the show many times, 50 Cent, I was sitting down with 50 Cent in his gym, and he was talking about Floyd Mayweather.
What's that there? Did you just say that? Oh, sorry, a name drop. Go on, continue.
Yeah. So me and 50 were sitting down talking, and Floyd came up, and he was like, it's very hard, and I'll never forget it, Spence. He said it's very hard for a man to listen to another man when that man's got more money than him and more power than him.
Right.
And that is what could be the case with AJ's team. They literally now are just paid yes men.
Yeah. But
yeah. And they can't tell him the rules. I'm not saying they are. But they can't tell him
right here. This book called Blood Brothers. I would say to anybody.
Have you seen the Netflix?
Yeah, of course I've done.
Yeah, you was one that told me to watch it.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a bit of study after this. After we're finished on here, well, tell a lie. I got to do some study, and then I've got to iron the kids' clothes for school tomorrow.
I was just about to say that, some ironing.
I've got a bit of ironing to do because I should have done it for morning, but I was tired because we went to the fights. I was tired, and then I had to go and go do a bit of shopping and buy a new Rolex. But how it goes. But I would say, get this book. Get this book, Blood Brothers. Really good book. Randy Roberts, Johnny Smith. This is right. But in here, Muhammad Ali said in this book that a wise man's wealth is in his knowledge, because if it's not in his knowledge, he doesn't have it, the banks do. Right? So I want to be around people I'm gonna learn from. And you can learn from anybody. Humility is the key. But what I'm trying to say to you, how do you judge a man's knowledge? You judge it by the experience and the things that they have encountered within that experience. That's how you judge it. Now, I don't know what experience Angel Fernandez has had, or whatever his name is. I don't know experience what that Toby brothers had, right? I don't know the experience. I know the experience that Robert McCracken has had. But the thing about it is this, whereas Robert McCracken isn't a man that beats the drum and says, I'm this and blah, 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 and all the rest of it. let me tell you this: Robert McCracken has been pivotal in the growth of British boxing. He's been pivotal. He's been pivotal in it to the fact that Robert McCracken was a man on the GB team that done fantastically well in the 2012 Olympics. It's done fantastically well in the 2016 Olympics. Robert McCracken has been pivotal. And how does that translate to money? It translates to money because a lot of those fighters then went over to Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn used that mechanism. So therefore, I'm saying you got to go by the knowledge. I don't know. And the experience. I don't know. Now I'm going to be real. I don't know. I don't know what knowledge and experience them other man's got.
All right. So let me ask you this question. People talking about additional trainers. What about releasing those trainers?
Tunde, I'm telling him now, right? That the way he was talking is like, yeah, sure. When I heard him say, yeah, sure, I can outbox Usyk, I said, here we go. Right?
Yeah.
You just come in boxing last week. You're trying to say that you're going up with a man that has had 350 amateur fights, losing 15, has gone through the weights. There is no style that he has not seen. Yes. No style that he hasn't seen. And he finds a way to win. He finds a way to get victory from the styles. Yes. So, hold up a second. You're saying this and you're saying, okay, well, I'm going to go out boxing. Brother, you're a big, tough back Nigerian, 6'6". Bro, try a thing. Your team should have been tight guard. Come on, let's have it. You know what I mean? Watch Nigel Ben. I know what you're saying, the cerebral and the Doctor Strange and it drained him up. Yes, it's true. But what Anthony Joshua should have done, he should have watched Marvel. And he should have watched Infinity Wars. And then on top of him watching, no, he should have. He should have watched Endgame. And Endgame there, he would have known to have the knowledge that he would have been the smart Hulk and not the smash Hulk. So he'd have been the Professor Hulk with the same power and go do the thing. That's what he should have done. But these guys think these things are a joke. I'm telling you that art plays into reality and reality plays into art. That's what he should have done. I was telling all of these guys, once he starts his Doctor Strange business, he's taking your soul. He's taking your soul and dash it out. And that's what he did. Because in times there, and this is the next thing. End of the fight, Robert McCracken, I saw, because I was ringside. Robert McCracken said, yeah, I think we just got that. I said, Bridget, are you hearing me?
But it's all about perspective. It's all about perspective.
Tunde, no.
What I'm trying to say is that, look.
Sorry, before, let me just finish this. So I'm saying, is this the state of British boxing that we just think if we could just stand up, that the decision must go away? Is Robert McCracken now falls into this thing? Because I'm hearing like, Robert McCracken's been the guy that's there, but I think like he's just fed up as well. I think he's fed up on the whole thing as well. Robert McCracken was out training the Olympic squad while AJ was in camp for this fight.
I've never understood that. To be honest.
AJ should have put his foot down and said, Bridget, you're either with me on this thing here, because let me tell you this. What did AJ get? 20 mil yesterday, allegedly. Wow. Right. Wherever you got a bag of money. Right? And Robert McCracken get 10%. Say you get 10%. That's 2 million. Olympic squad boxing ain't giving no 2 million. I'm saying, brother, you're either working with me or you're not. That's why Joshua Batsi said, you know what? I'm not going to get your full attention. I'm going to Virgil Hunter, bro.
But is he going to get Virgil's full attention?
He's getting Virgil's full attention. Virgil loves him.
But I'm just saying, Virgil Hunter's got a bag of fighter as well.
Well, regardless of that, the allotted time that he gets to go and work, he gets that time to go and work.
Okay.
Virgil Hunter ain't got no Anthony Joshua in his stable. Yeah? Right. But you're not even playing second fiddle. You're playing all the fiddle. Oh, there ain't no fiddle. There's no fiddle. You're playing air guitar because there ain't no instruments because Anthony Joshua's using all of them. But there's a difference.
I see. Again, it's hard for me to really comment on that because I don't know the relationship is on both sides. But I do feel that at that level, with that much on the line, I think the trainer needs to say, you know what, bruv, this is the thing. Like, there ain't nothing bigger than this. But again, it's a long time. They've been in a relationship. They know each other. They know how much time they need together. And who knows? I think what we don't want to get into is making excuses for.
I'm not making.
I know you're not, Spence. I know you're not.
Go right, Bailey. Thank you for digging into your pocket, your big money self, yeah? You man take liberty. I train the man's daughter, you know, what? His daughter's bad, you know.
Come on, big up.
His daughter's a very, Tiana, very, very good boxer, seriously. She's nice, cool, slender, got good hands. I'm telling you, training in my back garden. She going to be one to look out for. But yeah, thank you very much for your $8.99 donation. You could have rounded that off to $8.99. What
to a tenner.
No, $8.99.
What kind of thing is that? yeah, big up, man. Anyway, but what I'm trying to say is that they know each other. But again, I know we've spent a long time talking about AJ and what he should have done and shoulda, woulda, coulda. I think it is quite clear to everybody. Anthony Joshua himself knows what he should have done for the fight. But easier said than done. Boxing is the easiest sport to talk about, not so easy to do. But what next for Oleksandr Usyk? Because he really has the world at his feet.
It's going to be a rematch. The rematch clause is going to be administered, Ton.
Okay.
Right? The rematch clause is going to be administered.
Okay.
And talking to man, they're talking like, even if AJ was to lose in the manner of the loss, because he sells so much, they can still keep on with this AJ gravy train.
Marketing, yeah. Because there's no way Usyk is gonna be able to generate. Nobody cared about. That's what I'm saying. Nobody cared about Usyk. Nobody cared about it. And I don't actually feel Eddie wanted this fight.
Eddie?
Yeah.
Well, as much as you can say it around. Yeah, thank you very much. Votes UK, 600 people watching, only 189 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, can you just smash your like button? Come Arena and just come into the place.
And
I don't want to see AJ go through that torture again.
Bro, women were screaming last night in the dance hall. In the dance hall, it wasn't a dance hall. It was a family.
It's not about dancing, you know. Like you did Shanolas.
Yeah, Shanolas. Remember, bro.
Like you did Granaries, bro.
I was holding court yesterday talking about roast. Remember roast at Astoria?
None. Ton.
For the people, you don't know about the rave there. Roast.
Ton.
With DJ Brucky and them man there. Brucky. Couple of people know what's going on.
You know what, Ton? I didn't used to go roast, you know. I went roast once. They weren't my team.
Roast is serious. Yeah, you're them lovers rock brothers.
Yeah.
Crop down wallpaper and start wind up the place. Why? Yeah. Brucky and that. Man, know what time it is.
Celebrity when he used to come dance with me. As soon as I step into the dance, Ton.
Yeah. Big up Spencer Fearon. That's why I say you them old yard man dance, man. See, Eddie Hearn knows about telepathy with Det and Brucky and these man here, and Skibby D and Shabba.
Tunde and Jumping Jack Frost.
Jumping Jack Frost, come on.
Big up Jumping Jack Frost, my brethren for the longest time.
And Laser Drum.
Come on.
Anyway, let's get back to boxing. But yeah, what was he saying, Spence? We was talking about Usyk. There's a rematch clause.
Wait there, sorry to cut you. I have to say this. RDR Films says King on the Rye. Don't muck around on a Friday.
No. King on the Rye, Usyk, but I've got some bittersweet experience with King of Rye because that's where Donovan was shot. Remember Don? King on the Rye was a serious place on Fridays, but yeah, I got bittersweet feelings about that. Anyway, let's move on to that. But
he got shot 94, innit?
Yeah, bro, your memory is serious.
Yeah, it's mad, innit? All right, ciao.
Your memory is serious. But what was he saying? The rematch clause has or will be administered, which simply means that we are actually going to see AJ go through this again. And I don't know. You touched on the hunger issue. And is it really in Anthony Joshua to pull out that kind of... Because that's what it took. That's what was needed last night. He needed to just say, "Chow, you know what, bro? I'm just going in this thing and just rock it." But I absolutely believe that to be that, you got to be around that. To be that fighter, you got to be around that. You got to be like, if you look at guys like Javante and Broner and Floyd, and these guys have had certain elements around them in the corner, or if it wasn't the head trainer that would just say, man, go beat the shit out of this.
No,
and this MF. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know if sometimes the individual who has that inside of him, because I believe Anthony Joshua has that inside of him, it needs to be pushed out, especially when you've been molded for the last, as you say, since the Klitschko fight, to adapt this style of fighting. He is the man. Anthony Joshua is the man. What he says goes. It's the Anthony Joshua show. And he needs to just maybe think about it and say, if I'm going to make changes, are these changes really going to benefit me? And or are we just talking about a stylistic problem that is just somebody? I mean, who did Ali have problems with? Was it Ken Norton?
Ken Norton in the 3 fights.
Ken Norton was his bogeyman.
Ken Norton. 1976 was the last fight that they had. Ken Norton famously beat Ali in 73, where he breaks his jaw.
Yes.
But Ali didn't train for that first fight. Ali said, I was out partying with me and Hal Cosell. I didn't take it serious.
Yeah.
Right? But in a rematch, Ali boxed wicked, He really did box wicked. That fight wasn't close to him. Ken Norton come on strong in the end, tamed, right? It was a 12-round fight for the North American Boxing Federation title. But no, that didn't. But Ken Norton was serious. But then after that loss, Ken Norton gets a shot at George Foreman, who famously in January of that said year knocks out Joe Frazier. And the way George Foreman knocked out Ken Norton in Venezuela, he knocked him out, and that's when Ken Norton was on the ground, and George Foreman stands over him. If you read George Foreman's autobiography, George Foreman said, I want to stand on his head. That's how wicked and cruel George Foreman said. After I knocked him out, I want to stand on his head. So, yeah. It is one of the things where styles make fights. You can be with certain man, you're fighting with certain man, and they can give you trouble, and they can cause you problems. Certain styles will have, but we're saying certain styles. No, because we saw when Anthony Joshua went toe-to-toe, Andy Ruiz is a totally different style to Oleksandr Usyk.
Yes.
But it was first that gave Anthony Joshua problems. Because Anthony Joshua, in the second fight, decided that, I'm going to box. And you know what I think the worst thing is this? I think when Anthony Joshua opted to box against Andy Ruiz in the second fight in Saudi Arabia, the noise and the ballyhoo that people made about that victory, saying how phenomenal it was. Can you hear me now?
I don't know if it's you or me. But...
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, no. There's feedback coming now. Have you got your phone on or something?
No, I don't know what's going on there.
All right, go on. Yeah, it seems all right now.
All right, what happened was this. Because of everyone was saying, we were bigging it up, and I was bigging it up as well. Because people were bigging it up so much, I believe that he thinks, right, I'm this master boxer now. Where this is the first time that you ever tried to administer boxing in your life, in a fight. Mm. So why would you then say, right, I'm a master boxer, I'm going to give away all of my advantages, my physical attributes, my quick switch fiber muscles, the fact that I'm the stronger man, or literally looking like the stronger man. I've got the higher KO ratio. And why would you give away all of that? I'm going to try and match you and box you like how I box Ruiz. That's ludicrous. Someone just told him to go and do that. The person who said that we're going to bring it into a boxing match and fooled this young man into thinking that he could compete with this man in a boxing match, being real, should be alleviated from his camp.
Yeah, that was nonsense. That was nonsense. That, because we said it, this ain't no boxing match. It is one of those fights. You're gonna have to, but maybe he wanted to try. My thing is, if that don't work in the first 2 rounds, then bruv, you got 10 rounds to just rock it out.
All right.
Yeah. So you know, Lifestyle Life says, Tunde and Spence, you are both experts in boxing. Tell it how it is. AJ does not enjoy boxing anymore. He is up and down fighter. He will tarnish his career if he is no longer focused. Well, firstly, Lifestyle, we do tell it how it is. The only person that can actually tell us if AJ wants it is AJ. He knows. He has to be real with himself. I don't know his personal. I don't know what he does, but you know, Eddie Hearn said after the fact that this guy wants to get back in the gym on Monday. We're only looking at, huh?
For what? You get in the gym for what?
For training.
No, listen, if he goes for listen, the only reason AJ should go the only reason AJ should go back to the gym on Monday is if they've got a sauna. Right?
So why? Why? But you know, if he
no. Right? You are a heavyweight. You just on a 12-round fight. You got wobbled a couple times. I can show you my live footage.
No, his legs never looked strong at all last night.
Never looked strong. You look weak.
Is that the weight loss? What was it? Was his weight? Was it light?
17-1.
Is that light for AJ?
Yeah, it's light for him, but it's not. It doesn't the lightest he's been. He's been 2 pounds, 3 pounds lower than that when he fought Ruiz the second fight, right? Okay. But I would have preferred. The thing about this, I remember when AJ thought that he was bigger than everybody and stronger than everyone. He was this universal soldier. I remember that because he'd stand up to fighters and he'd flex his chest and all the rest of it, feel like to show you that, look, I'm a bigger man to you, yeah? Yes. But then all of a sudden now that stopped. And the reason why that stopped him, right?
He just didn't look strong last night.
He looked weak.
And the few times that he put his shots together, they hurt Usyk. But he just, I don't know, something weren't right. Something weren't right.
He couldn't maintain it.
Something weren't right. I don't know. And again, it was a massive crowd there last night. AJ
could not maintain it.
No. AJ hasn't boxed for a long time. He burnt a lot of energy walking to that ring yesterday and playing up to that crowd. And you see, Usyk had the Darth Vader thing over his head, bruv. And I'm telling you, them Ukrainian man there, I'm telling you, see that thing what he had over his head? You know that will block up. You know, like in my man from X-Man.
Yeah.
You know when he put on the thing over his bro, Usyk had the thing over his head to block out the negative energy coming into his brain. And he was focused. He was focused for that fight, Spence. Usyk was the most focused I've ever seen him in this thing yesterday. And Anthony wasn't.
This is what I feel from ringside, yeah?
Cerebro. Yeah, the Cerebro thing. Big up Spark Out TV.
Let me just put it too bright. Can you see it?
Yeah. Just about. No, it's too bright.
Too bright. All right, let me try to turn on the
someone said AJ kissed an old woman on the way to the ring.
Yeah.
Lie.
He did.
I never see that.
He hugged her. But they've been around for a hot minute. Yeah, it's Spencer Oliver's. Yeah, they've been around for a hot minute, right? But I'm still saying it was all a dream. Thank you for your £2 donation. It was the Rocky IV last night, but AJ
was the Russian. I told you. They switched up the thing. That's what that Cerebro thing was on his head. They switched up the things, but I'm telling you. But you know.
Magneto. When Magneto was the thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But
Xavier from
maybe. Listen, Anthony Joshua is a very determined young man. Maybe he can switch it around in a rematch.
How?
He has to go like he just come from jail.
Right, too.
And he just meeting the girl for the first time. He's been on lockdown.
Well, I've never been on lockdown, too.
Bro, he's been on lockdown and he's like, cool. You banged me up for 7 years. I'm coming for this thing. So that's how Anthony Joshua, he got to have that kind of juice in him in the rematch. And it is that thing. It's like, all right, I ain't going to win a boxing match against you. I certainly am not. Your movement, your IQ is far.
Oh, G-Chain. 44.99.
But why are you man coming with these 99p donations? Just round up the thing. Big up G-Chain, one of the man. He's got us tickets for Travis's thing.
Yeah, next month.
He said to me, I said, but I don't know what day it is. But he said he was gonna get tickets for me and you.
What you just sent me something. I'm gonna see what you sent to me. I'm gonna go look on this thing right.
Okay, but big up, thank you very much. But yeah, so you know, Anthony needs to come in like that, and I believe if he fights like that, Spencer, he could beat this guy.
He could
beat this guy. You know, because listen, he said it to him. He said it. He's bigger. He's stronger. In my opinion, I don't know about more athletics because I see Usyk doing some jump up, kick up his foot thing. You know, after the fight, did you see him? He was doing some squats and kick up, then jumping around. So I don't even know if he's more athletic than my man. But I think Joshua can stop him if he employs the right tactics in the second fight. Because it's not that AJ can't box. He's just not a better boxer than Usyk. That's all it is. He's not a better boxer than Usyk. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, the best boxer doesn't always win the fight.
Listen, if my mind is looking to brock you up,
yeah,
my mind is set to brock you up.
The hardest puncher doesn't always win the fight.
Exactly.
The speedster doesn't always win the fight. Ask Amir Khan against Danny Garcia. So it's just using your attributes in particular fights. And I think that the fight with Oleksandr Usyk, the rematch has to be strong arm him, get physical inside. And I think the only way that isn't going to happen is if Anthony Joshua felt something from Usyk, which didn't allow him to even fight like that. Or, you know, listen, everybody has a bad night. So I'm not too sure. Someone said it was fixed. AJ did nothing for 12 rounds.
Oh, shout out. Don't talk rubbish.
You've been watching too much, what's that? The Wire or them thing there.
Yeah.
All them program there. Power and all them thing there. Listen.
The only thing, let me tell you this, the only thing that was fixed was Usyk throwing his right jab in AJ's head.
And the jab was solid. This is what I'm trying to say. The jab was rocking AJ.
Yeah.
The jab was rocking him. His legs just didn't look. It was surreal. You know, I don't know. And Anthony again will answer those questions for himself. Are we downplaying the fact that Usyk can punch? Because Igis Clements or whatever his name is, me and him had beef at the Kovalev thing. You know, me and him had beef, Spence, at the Kovalev. Because you know me, I don't play. Because we was choosing the gloves and Kovalev try to move our gloves. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And he's like, you be quiet. I said, you shut your mouth. I mean, you know, like, I just went into some road thing. I was like, bro, just shut your mouth about the. A man's telling me calm down. I said, calm down what? He said, you. I said, shut up, man. Shut up. Oh, it was beef in the corner, picking the gloves. But yeah, Igis Clements is my friend now because me and him shook hands and, you know, it was all good afterwards.
Him and make that comb over that's fixed up itself.
yeah. But he said prior to the fight, anyone that thinks that Usyk can't punch better go and ask Tony Bellew.
100%.
That's what he said.
100%.
That's what he said. And
100%. Yeah, what? Painful Truth podcast. Bro, come on. Did you see that 6 seconds was missing for round 12?
5 seconds. I counted the thing.
Yeah, we did speak about it. I actually thought it was 5, but 6 seconds, absolutely ridiculous. Right? Ridiculous. Because I'm telling you, at that time there, AJ was getting rock up, you know?
Yeah. And again, Yeah, Tunde went into Robert. It was mad. Karma Serene. The blood in my. This is what I'm trying to say. When it's a fight, you cannot always. We're talking about fighting. Let's forget about all the, the financial aspect. The playing a particular role. The bare elements of this thing is a fight. It's a fight. So you gotta have that energy. And you have to be able to call on it at particular moments. And that's what I'm trying to say. With the AJ situation, at that moment, it needed to be, bruv, come on, man. This is some jolting. Let's just rock it. Let's just rock this thing out.
Robert McCracken said to him, going into the last round, where I would have said to him, last round, put it all on the blinking line.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Tunde, you know what Robert McCracken said?
Yes.
Robert McCracken said to him, don't worry, don't go after him. He's going to fall in and you'll get him.
Wow.
That's what he said.
Wow.
But I believe it's because I think he must have thought, we've lost the fight anyway. I just don't want to see you get knocked out.
Maybe.
But then I can't say that because after the fight, Robert McCracken said to Eddie Hearn, yeah, I think we just nicked that, didn't we? When he went into Burgess Park.
Lick up my helmet mode. I don't know who this Eddie Hearn is, but this guy knows me. I mean, really knows me. Eddie Hearn, he knows me on another level. Because that's what I done. I rode into Burgess on my moped and I clap up man with a helmet. This guy knows me seriously. Big up Eddie Hearn. Yeah, anyway, let's get back to boxing. But yeah, again, the tactics that if you're saying to me that's what Eddie Robert McCracken said to AJ, then, listen, again, I don't know the relationship. So it's hard for me to really comment on a man's relationship when they've been together so long. But what I'm saying is, again, I feel like it's one of the reasons why I felt, myself and Anthony, when we sat down and we spoke about James Cook, it was really the fact that we got another ear and a man that is not afraid to talk. Because James, you used to be trained by James, and James would tell us, even in the change room when we was warming up, this is how I know AJ needs this kind of situation. In the change room, so the last fight with me and Aaron was warming up, and James said to me, he's throwing the double, but when he's make him step over and dash the right hand. Them kind of talk there, Spencer.
Listen. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this thing 100. Andy Joshua needs some lions in his camp.
In the camp.
He needs some lions in his camp. And that's that. You know what I mean? Because that.
I don't know. And the thing about it, I don't feel that, listen, it's all about, I was thinking about this, with Anthony, he seems like my Anthony or, Anthony Yard in terms of he's comfortable with having good people and having good energy around him. And again, we can't speak for how Anthony is as a man, how he feels as a man. But sometimes I think, I think Andy Joshua just maybe needs to think about how that fight went, the build up to it, the part that he played. It's easy to look on the outside, but the part that he played and how he can improve himself going into the rematch. Because if he improves, he being the most powerful person in the group, if he's not right, then everybody else ain't gonna be right. So he needs to really look at himself.
On top of that, if he ain't right, the rest of the man there's not eating.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Let's just call it as it is.
That's the fact.
Call it as it is. They're on this gravy train like everybody else is on this gravy train. Let this gravy train mash up for Andy Joshua and this bear man that ain't gonna get fed.
And one thing I would say to AJ when I was around Floyd, I remember like the last 4 to 5 weeks, anybody that wants to chat about business and all that around Floyd, they were like, bro, after the fight, this is fight time. We're not on none of that. And I remember that distinctly. So maybe AJ needs to have that kind of cut-off period where it's all business,
So he need that cut off period for a long time.
Yeah. And listen, when things are going good, nobody thinks anything needs to be changed. So the most difficult thing is changing, and that really takes. You need to have courage. You need to have courage.
You do, and also you're only gonna have one career. So
yes,
and that's it.
Remember, as easy again, the same book what you're talking about. I saw the Netflix series.
It's serious.
And
Blood Brothers.
Ali's children said before he died, his biggest regret was turning on Malcolm.
Yep.
Because of what other people was telling him to do.
Yep.
And this is what I'm trying to say is bringing in all these trainers maybe because of what other people was telling him to do.
Of course they were. But you know what? It's difficult. When you're getting a great man, you got to give him his dues. He's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, if not the greatest heavyweight of all time, in Lennox Lewis. When Lennox Lewis said after the Ruiz won fight, when he turns around and says, look, you can't take your kindergarten teacher to university, right? So he's heard that. Even though he said his comments about Lennox Lewis, but he's heard that. It still played in his mind because he said, well, then I've got to brush up things. And I went up and I said, well, you know what? Andy Joshua needs to have more boxing people around him. I didn't say around and say for you to go employ next man to come in there. I said you have boxing people around you. So if you're regularly speaking to man who on boxing, listen, when I throw Tunde and vice versa, I'm not talking about nothing else to Tunde but boxing,
At all.
I'm not talking about nothing else.
At all.
There's nothing else for me to talk to. I'm not interested. I can't talk to you about no girl. I'm a happily married man. I've got my kids. What am I chatting to you about? Let's talk about this game. Let's think about how we can break up, man. Or do you see this genius move that this person did? Or watch this fight in 1975 that we saw. No, that's what I'm about. So I was saying it is detrimental that Andy Joshua was to have boxing people around it, right? Because you didn't. You got your brethren around you. Always going to Alicante and all them posh exotic places. You know what I mean? Right?
Alicante. Monaco in them place there.
Monaco and them foolishness that drive on that Ferrari, right? So I'm saying, yeah, you're doing all those kind of things, right? And I'm saying, yeah, that's nice. That's a beautiful thing to go and do. But you know what? Ending of the day, bruv, you need to start being around some boxing, man. Now, I've said that now you're trying to download too much information. You're not even taking time with it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you're downloading too much information. It's too much. It's in your head. You're going to drive yourself mad. You know what I mean? Everything in moderation.
Yes. I mean, listen, again, Anthony Joshua is at a level which is just astronomical.
Bro, you can't chat to that, you.
Yeah, it's astronomical. And, when all said and done, me and you are just giving opinions. We don't actually know what it's like to walk in Anthony Joshua's shoes, but we definitely can talk about boxing. And I feel at this stage, that's what Anthony needs to hear. And he needs to hear it in the most brutal, honest, and raw.
Well, I think that's what we've done because, you know what, our guy G Cheney was saying, like, come on, man, what is this? AJ got schooled and it was systematic beating, in my opinion.
Yeah,
when he was losing the fight, why not just start swinging at the man?
But again, listen, but that's the truth. But it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. You think AJ ain't sitting down there saying to himself, bro, I should have just rushed him. He's saying that now. And that's why that's the great thing about rematch. Because you have an opportunity to redeem yourself and go again. Again, you don't want to put it down. These are the same people that say that he shouldn't have taken the Ruiz rematch, straight away. And he went out and put on a masterclass. Again, we have the same situation. He has the opportunity and the chance to prove how great he is by turning it around and really beating up this guy, because that's what it's going to take.
Yeah.
He needs to beat this guy up.
I don't think it's all too much. It's the last pay-per-view show that allegedly are going to do with Anthony Joshua.
Okay.
Right? That's number one. I didn't like the fact that Anthony Joshua, just prior to the fight, announced signing this lifetime contract.
Yeah. I don't know why they done that.
Yeah, right.
They done that so people can make sure you click to renew the $7.99.
Right. But regardless, I know. But regardless of all of that, I'm saying, where was your head really at? You know what I mean? Just before a fight, which is going to be most probably be the hardest fight of my life. I don't want none of this foolishness. Let's deal with, like what Floyd said, let's deal with that after the fight.
Remember I said to you before the fight, what did I say to you before the fight? I said to you, and I quote, is there a danger that Anthony Joshua may be thinking about the Tyson Fury fight and overlooking this fight?
Well, I don't think he's overlooking this fight.
And I said to you, the subconscious mind takes on all information.
Yep.
And every second, man is talking about the Fury fight, the Fury fight, the Fury fight. Well, guess what? A big spanner, not even a spanner, the whole toolbox got thrown into that equation now. And now you're seeing pictures that have Usyk, Fury, and Wilder. And he's not even in the thing no more. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, Tunde, I'm going to be real. On yesterday's performance, he shouldn't be in it. No, Tunde, I'm being real. I was there saying, he's trying to, in my head, I was saying he's trying to conserve energy to put in a burst. But this is a trick of Usyk. Because that's what he was doing. Because on the way home, I spoke to Tony Bentley for a hot minute. We spoke for a good hour. And Tony Bentley was saying, because he went in the change room to see AJ afterwards, and AJ thought like he did all right, and they like he'll definitely do him in a rematch, but he felt good. He felt good with the boxing and everything else. He thought he's boxing well. Now this is when I know it's something not right. When you actually thought that he was boxing well.
It definitely wasn't.
Right.
It definitely wasn't.
I saw a smaller man wobble him up.
Bro, the first shot was a quick left hand. And I said, no.
I like this thing here. What is that? The Roman Hotspur says, big up Spence, telling it how it is about AJ's trainer and Clifton Mitchell thinking he was going to get it. Why aren't more people like you? There are loads of people like me, but I just got a platform, so I just speak it, right? That was ridiculous that they actually thought they were going to win and get the points win.
Why is MTK man then putting up a picture of Tyson Fury after the fight and saying, and still the best heavyweight on the planet? But there's no need for that. There's no need for that. They're just putting a knife in the thing and twisting it. Last foul. He said, no, Tunde, Tyson Fury was not on AJ's mind. Usyk was on AJ's mind before the fight started. No,
I agree.
No, I don't care what you're telling me.
Well, you still think about, why would you think about Tyson Fury?
I don't care what.
The fight was dead in the water.
Listen.
On top of that, you know what? Crazy things happen. I'm surprised that Deontay Wilder will knock out Tyson Fury.
Well, I said that as well.
Right.
I said that as well. Everyone's just talking about this fight, but bro, you got two fights, and it's already one down. We only got, and the way, what's his name? Deontay Wilder is talking about you best prepare as if this was the fight of your life, because it is the fight of your life.
Yeah, but then you see Tyson Fury.
Just come on, guess what? I'm gonna smash your fucking face in. Tyson Fury's a gangster. Yeah, Tyson Fury, man. He don't business. He just come in raw and unadulterated. And big up Tyson Fury. But I still like the Tyson Fury and AJ fight. A lot of people are saying
I know.
Tyson is now.
I don't like that fight one bit, bro.
You don't like it, no?
Nah, I don't like it. Not after yesterday. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, because it's mentality, and I don't
Alright.
know. I just think that
Turn. I know
what
when someone's in a fight and they want to be there. Anthony Joshua boxed like he didn't want to be there. I'm being real.
you know what I needed to do. I needed to pick up the phone to AJ, and I need to ask him. Just be honest. Do you feel the hunger and desire?
He's not going to answer the phone right now, but
No, I'm not saying that now. I'm not saying it now. I'm talking about. I'm talking about on another when he's cooled down, maybe after a week or so, and just say, is it there? Is it there? Be honest with yourself. And if he's honest with himself, he's still talking positively. Obviously, I know that's not him tweeting and doing the Instagram posts.
Nah.
I know that's not him. I know that's not him. That's just the PR guys and stuff.
But every now and then he does jump on the thing still. He's on.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, you like him, bear my stuff of recent. So
okay, well that's you need to ask him that. You need to ask him that because boxing, this ain't no joke business. You're talking about look, the man's eye was puff up last night. And then I hear a man talking about orbital bone and all that too. When I hear that, I was like, come on, man. He just got punched in the eye swollen. You understand? But he said in the press conference that he couldn't see out of the eye from round 9.
Yeah, there you go. I'm FaceTiming the brother now.
Who's that? Oh, wow. Okay.
He ain't gonna answer. Because, he ain't gonna answer.
Nah, he ain't answering that. But this is the fighters right now. He ain't answering that. I don't expect him to. He's just had a fight, man. He's just been in a fight. There's a lot of pressure. He's at a certain level, and I feel that he just needs time to gather his thoughts and then just come again. But I'm not going to lose hope in him. I think that with the right mindset, but is he at a level now that there's so much around him, management companies, investments, and it's a lot. You talk about turning up to training and having man waiting for him. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, because I see that when I was in camp with Floyd, I see him do that every day. Bruv, the mere fact is, when he comes into work, he's coming to work. So I don't really, the time scheduling thing. Listen, Kevin Hart said it, but he's never on time. So I don't really see that as a negative. As long as when the person gets to the office, he's doing his work. So again, we may be just overcomplicating something which is as simple as saying he just got broke up by the better man on the night. And Usyk is a technically more experienced, gifted fighter than AJ, and it's just one of those styles that he can't get over. AJ believes that he can do a better job, and he'll have the opportunity to do that in a rematch.
Well, we've got 619 people. Wow. Smash the like button, please. I beg.
Yes. I beg you do that.
We've got 13 minutes left.
Yes.
Tunde's.
Why is that the time? Jesus Christ.
We've been talking so long. It's been a blessing. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We've got 13 minutes left. Call it a day. If there's anyone in his team who doesn't tell AJ, I think he's on German, doesn't tell AJ the truth, isn't helping him. Sorry to say, but
he got schooled last night.
Yeah, he gets schooled last night.
Don't forget the fam at the end.
Yeah, fam. Let me just pick up G-Chain, one of the real supporters of the team. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Derek Long, smash the like button, hit the like button. Big up yourself, Derek.
What Derek? Hold on. I'm thinking about Keith Long. Remember Keith Long?
Yeah.
Big up Keith. Usyk will gain many US fans that have never heard of him before. I guess it is because I see Christy. Is it Christy Martin? Someone's called, I think Christy Martin.
Yeah.
She was like, I got footage of the AJ fight, and she's American. And then people were like, man. And as I said, there are a few Americans that don't like AJ.
Well, big up my sister for boxing and bands. Bless up for jumping
big
on.
Up boxing and bands.
Smash that like button. Loads of Albanian man in the crowd, Spence. Yes, Raheem Gould. There was loads of them in there yesterday.
Oh yeah, Florian bring bear man in. Even my car wash man, they were like, bro, Florian's fighting tonight. I said, yeah. He said, We know Florian, man. Florian's a G.
Listen, man, the man can talk about Fearon all they want, yeah? Kresnik Chattel was the man that bring Albanians to the UK.
Bruv, Kresnik Chattel was the man.
All right.
But I'm telling you, Florian has got some.
No. Serious support.
Florian's got some different support.
You see me? I'm a man that likes to pay respects to the ones that paved the way.
Of course.
Nas A. Roy Jones made a good point. AJ let a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
AJ let a cruiserweight from round 1 go. What are the things people popping? Come on, man. Where's it gone now? Because, made a cruiserweight go on the front foot. And that's the truth. You can't make a man say, "Well, you come at you."
Yeah, that shows you, but this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm pointing out. There was something not right. There was something not right, man. Because I don't know. Listen, we can always think about things and reasons as to why, he didn't do something. But the fact is he's never done it. And a smaller man, I was saying from the get-go, everyone's saying that AJ is stronger than this guy. You don't know. This guy might be stronger than AJ.
Tunde.
Because he certainly did look last night that he was stronger than him.
Yeah.
He definitely, the jab was strong. To be honest with you, his best punches was the jab and the straight left to the belly. That was slowing down AJ, the straight left to the belly.
So after the fight, after this show, I'm going to watch the fight again. While I'm eyeing kids' clothes before I get slapped in my head.
Yeah, I need to watch the fight again as well.
I have to watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch that fight again. I have to watch that fight again.
Yeah, I definitely. But there are interesting fights now. Dylan White versus Usyk. AJ versus Dylan White. Wilder versus Dylan White. Wilder versus Usyk. Well, the heavyweight thing, let's not forget the young guns coming up. Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce versus Usyk. Now, that fight has to take place. I don't know when because there's still a rematch clause. So you're talking about 2022 now at the earliest for the
Big up my guy, Daniel Miller. Big up, Daniel.
To get his shot. You got Wilder against Fury in a couple of weeks' time. So the heavyweight division has opened up again, and it's very, very interesting.
Yep.
Very, very interesting. And maybe we will see Dylan getting his shot at the heavyweight title.
I hope he does get his shot. I'm looking forward to the guy getting his shot. It's very important that he was to get his shot. Anyway, Ton, we've got 3 more minutes left.
Mm-hmm. We actually said we was going 2 hours, but 3 more minutes, I don't mind.
Yeah,
we're going past 8 minutes left. Tunde, I think after Edges, and you can think what you want, mate. Yeah, we're gonna see. Just wait for the rematch. And again, this is what rematches are there for. It's an opportunity for people to right the wrongs and see what going. So we'll see. We'll see. This ain't a talking one for me. We just gotta just go in there and just do the job. Joyce will be a harder fight for Usyk than AJ. Again, we'll have to see.
Listen to me. Joe Joyce is serious. I just want man to realize that. Joe Joyce is serious.
Okay.
I got a feeling that Joe Joyce could deal with him. I believe.
But why? Why? What makes you listen? You can't say that this guy's just beating Anthony Joshua.
Tunde, I have my opinion. All right.
Yeah. I know. I'm saying that, but
I'm sticking with it, mate.
We can't underestimate. We can't underestimate.
No, he's excellent.
And he almost stopped Anthony Joshua. He almost stopped Anthony Joshua last night.
Tunde, because Anthony Joshua wanted to get stopped.
You think?
Yeah, I think Anthony Joshua's feeling sorry for himself. I think in a kind of weird, misogynistic way, Anthony Joshua wanted to get stopped. I think Anthony Joshua, there's parts in that fight I was watching, like Anthony Joshua was just fed up of boxing. That's what I believe. There's times in there where I see a man that looks fed up.
Man said Joshua's not hard to stop chin. So I don't believe that. He's been stopped once. It did look wobbly last night, I must admit, but I don't think that. Listen, until it happens. Let me tell you something. He's done very well. I mean, Vladimir Klitschko said, "Yeah, I got a suspect chin. I'm going to protect it." You get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Everyone has an opinion, but up until he's Anthony Joshua's got a great record, very exciting, brings a lot of energy and positivity to the sport. Usyk also does the same thing, and he's unbeaten. He's now a unified champ at both cruiser and heavyweight, and he's done it under 20 fights. That's serious, Spence. That is serious.
Serious? That's ridiculous.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Wow. He said this guy doesn't want to give any credit to Usyk. I don't know what you're talking about.
What guy?
He must be talking about you, Spence. Let
me tell you.
What's the matter? You mashing up the place.
Let me tell you, get these little impertinents. That just live me up. We can stay for that extra 3 minutes. Let me tell you this. I'm giving Usyk all of the credit.
Yes.
I'm giving all of the credit because I told Tunde last week that Anthony Joshua won't win this fight. And Tunde said the same thing. I'm being real. I'm being real. Because when I hear Anthony Joshua talking about, I'm going to box him. I'm going to outbox him. Can you outbox? Do you think you can outbox him, Anthony? Yeah, of course I can. I could outbox him. When I hear that foolishness, when I hear Anthony Joshua...
He could, though.
Yeah, but he never. Right? When I'm hearing that foolishness, right, I'm looking at the skills what Usyk presented, and I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. You understand? I'm there in my 2,000-pound suit that I brought from Dubai. I'm looking at my missus in her bossy attire, saying, "Rah, you could have saved that suit." Right? The place was jammed. It was an amazing atmosphere. But when I reached there, something didn't feel right,
Yeah, I mean, as I said,
as
I said in the show on Tuesday, if the Usyk that fought Tony Bellew turns out, it's going to be a tricky night.
Exactly. And Tunde, as far as I'm concerned, this was a better Usyk than the one that fought Tony Bellew.
Yeah, definitely last night.
It was a better Usyk. It was more on point.
He was on point. It was sharp and he was focused. And
yeah.
He didn't say much. The fact that he can't speak English probably benefited him, throughout the whole build-up to this fight because he was very mute. But I think he's that way anyway. And he just likes to have fun and, work the dream. And that's what he done last night. I keep on seeing comments about Pro Bs. We are going to have
JD Dyer. We are going to do a special on him. But what we're going to do, we're going to be linking up everybody to jump on this live. So I'm going to be sending out messages to people who want to jump on the live, give their condolences. The next thing is I got to big up Adam Smith, Matthew Macklin, and Ed Robertson, the head of Sky Sports Boxing, for saying a little piece on him in, I think it was a Matthew Hatton, the Campbell, for saying a little piece, because I spoke to Ed earlier and he said if I could put that in, I'll put that in.
It's actually amazing. It's so shocking.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Young man leaving twin girls, and condolences to all the family.
Right, listen, JD Dyer, my guy from Sky, turned around and says, "I wish that the AJ camp watched the preview tips to win because it's keys that were laid out." Right.
Yeah, we said it.
Listen.
Everything we said in those previews came to pass. Oh no, wait there, wait. Ab said, "Tunde, you're African, eating garlic rice. You're letting us down." Bro, this is what I'm trying to say. You got to spread out your wings. You can't be just eating African food 7 days in a week. And I see your man's watching my thing because I was eating Japanese food today, bro. I can eat what I want. Bro, there's no choosing. Some days, listen,
Man, I'm trying to say you're a sellout, fam.
you only got one life. You only got one life. You need to explore it, explore other people's cultures, and bruv, you may find that you're eating the wrong food.
Garlic rice, my man. You know what I mean?
Garlic rice is serious. Garlic rice and garlic chicken noodles from Kitan. They're getting a big up. Japanese restaurant off Regent Street. Beautiful restaurant. I've been there a few times now. And yeah, I was there this afternoon. Great Japanese restaurant. But yeah, big up. I ain't letting no one down. Bruv, 805 is my shop, my people's shop. And we're there regular. Usually take the family there every Sunday as well. So,
well, man saying, nah, jollof all day. That's who's that from? Mario. Now says AJ is now officially a new, I think it's on jumping, so AJ is now
officially a new Vlad, safety first.
Well, I don't know about that, because Vlad would be safety first and he's gonna win.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right, he's gonna win. I saw no urgency in his corner neither. Could you imagine Manuel Stewart being in that corner? What would have happened?
Yeah, he would say, man, stop messing around with it,
Yeah, right. Get this mother effer out of here.
Yeah. But anyway, I think I'm gonna be confident, and I think that AJ is gonna turn it around in the rematch. I think he knows what to do. I think he has the mental capacity to change. Not many people do have that, and I believe that he has got that.
Tunde, what can he change?
He doesn't need to change. He needs to revert back to the road thing.
How can he revert to the road thing if he's not around no road man?
No. Be himself.
How can he be himself when he has become an enigma to himself?
He can do it, Spence. He can do it. He's a very bright, young, intelligent man.
How can he do it? How can he do it? Explain to me how he can do it.
He just needs to lock himself in
a room.
I'm not
saying he can't, but explain to me how he can do it.
Lock himself in a room and go back to the grassroots.
He's not going to do that.
He needs to look at what he done in the beginning and focus on that, because repetition is the mother of all learning. So,
what is he doing repetitively? Because let me tell you this. Derek Chisora said to him,
man said no roadman setters with Robin cracking in the corner.
Let me tell you this now. When he was doing bag work, Derek Chisora, and I know this is fact, Derek Chisora said to him, when you're punching the bag, you're meant to burst on the bag until you're tired. AJ just licking the bag, and then stops when he feels like, it's done.
Well, that never helped Derek, because Derek got tired as well.
Wait a minute. But Derek has got 9 or 10 losses on his career.
Yeah.
Derek has always been the bridesmaid and never the bride.
Yes.
Right? Nothing wasn't really expected of Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora has done incredibly well. A British, Commonwealth and European champion and a world title challenger. And he's a multi-millionaire. So therefore, all the credit in the world should be given to Derek Chisora for his limited ability in his fighting style, for him to go on and do what he has done. But Derek is saying, right, because Derek put in a better performance against Usyk than what Anthony Joshua did. So when a man's saying I just think there is something.
But he lost though.
Huh?
But
he lost. He's still putting a better performance. Did he not put in a better performance?
Well,
because after that fight, I had reservation about this Usyk brother. I'm saying, look, this man's an idiot. All right, then. That's what I got to say on him out. I want Anthony Joshua to come back, but I just want him to make the adjustments, cut out the cheerleader business around him, cut out the man saying beautiful, beautiful, when you're getting punched in your head. Right? I'm
glad I never watched it with a sound in it.
Yeah, look, Tunde, the man was saying to him, beautiful, beautiful. Hold up a second, beautiful. What? This ain't no Bernard Mathis turkey drummers about beautiful.
Yeah. AJ can do it. It's just I agree with you,
but he needs to do fundamental changes, right?
Yes.
And the fundamental change, as you're saying, is for him to be himself. Unfortunately, we're seeing a facade of what Anthony Joshua is. You know what I mean? Because the Anthony Joshua that I used to see, who used to be thuggish, he needs to revert back to that. That's what I'm saying. And on that note, I'm going to iron my children's clothes.
Yes, sir.
And I've got to go buy the Warburton small toasted bread.
That dry bread, the Warburton's dry white bread.
The Warburton's bread. No, my kids like their sandwiches in the morning, mate, to take to school. Right?
Give them some hard bread, bread. Better still, give them some agege bread.
Agege bread is hard bread.
Agege, no. Agege bread is not hard bread.
You don't know the history. Let me just educate this little ignorant Nigerian.
Bread is agege bread.
Right there.
Bread is not hard bread.
For a second. Stop. Let me talk now. You're gonna let me talk. Let's have some parliamentary. Who originated agege bread? Where did it come from?
I've got no idea.
Well, I'm going to educate you. Because in 1963, right, a family from Jamaica went back to Nigeria and they started making hardo bread, right? Okay. So they were making hardo bread, and then it derived, right, and it started to be, it was called igege, and that's where it comes from. Agege bread is hardo bread, and it comes from, and the secret recipes came from Jamaica. Make no difference, because it's most probably the people who were there found that they were of Nigerian descent, but they went back to Nigeria and started off their bakery. And that's how agege bread came from. Go and Google it.
I'm Googling it now.
Google it. Where does agege bread originate from? It originates from Jamaica.
I don't see that about Jamaica.
Rob, I'm going to send you the thing. I know for a fact.
Jamaica.
Agege
bread is sweet. It's sweet. Anyway, we're the same people anyway. I don't business.
Right,
Jamaicans are Nigerians.
They are.
Anyway,
we ain't got black phono. Anyway, and on that note,
let's not turn this into a giga bread and hardo bread conversation. And Christopher Anthony said Google ain't facts. Exactly.
No, Google ain't facts. I'm telling you, that's where it come from. I'm gonna find out the name of the family and tell you it later on today. But that's where giga bread comes from.
How come you Jamaicans always say "Minata Africa"?
Bro, let me tell you this, yeah? Let me tell you this before we go, yeah? Let me tell you this. When I was in Jamaica, I lived out there for 8 years. When I was in Jamaica, right? I was telling them, man, there, I've always been on this thing. No, we're African. They were, we are not African. African, your mama. What African? I was like, you bloody jamos. But anyway,
I remember my first girlfriend. Yeah, I walked into St. Well, not my first girlfriend, but when I was getting older, I walked into Sainsbury's. Yeah, but the girl, I'm not gonna call her name. Artie was working on the till. Yeah, she looked at the girl, this particular girl, and she said, "Am I African?"
Oh man!
Am I African? I'm like, bro, I wanted to slap her.
We gotta done this. I remember when I was going out with Angela. Remember Angela?
Yeah, Angela. Yeah. Pick up Angela.
Right. I remember I was with some girl, Angela. This is about 30 years ago to her.
20 years ago.
Right. And like, so she come around my mom's house.
I swear I see Angela a little while ago. But go ahead, Karen.
I'm born again Christian now, you know. Proper on this thing. You know what I mean? Still a lawyer, so I have to props her. And like, so my mom, she was in my house there. She's on the staircase. We don't sit there talking. So my mom said, "You're so long lady. So what part of Jamaica your parents come from?" Mom, so my mom went. So she went, oh, no, Mrs. Fearon. My mom's from Nigeria. My mom and dad are from Nigeria. What? Nigeria?
I want to call that.
Hey, mom. Oh, take back this present when you get to me. Racism is disgusting, you know.
Too much jokes.
Racism is disgusting. And the maddest thing now is like my mom's best friend now is some Nigerian lady, Miss Edna. See how it was? It's crazy. You know what I mean? But back then, like my dad, no, Rip, I'm telling you, a Nigerian woman killed Benji wife. My uncle's wife, Miss Linda. Right before I was born, she died. She had an argument with some Nigerian woman at work, and the Nigerian woman said, "I'm gonna kill you." And about 2 months later, she died. So is the Nigerian woman works some different juju than a killer. So this is the
good. Anyway, Spence, we've got to box it down, and it's too much joke, bro. You know, this is the best show in boxing. This show here, the fight is right. Tonight, we had the post-fight analysis. We're going back to the series now. The post-fight analysis of the big contest which took place last night at the Tottenham Hotspurs Stadium. It was a great, momentous occasion with Oleksandr Usyk absolutely putting on a boxing masterclass against arguably one of the biggest sports stars in sports, Anthony Joshua. A rematch has been confirmed. We are waiting a date. And one thing I can let you all know, we will be back very soon chopping up boxing, because boxing is what we love. The master knowledge, Spencer Fearon, always on point with dates, times. I'm sure Spencer knows what color socks Muhammad Ali had on when he fought Joe Frazier. The guy's got so much knowledge.
In the first fight, there were white socks. Then all those fights, there were white socks that you wore, actually.
No, but it's been great having you. We're signing off with over 400 people on the live.
Really happy for that.
Thank you everyone for your donations also, and just your general support. We love it, and we're gonna keep putting out for all of you guys. So on that note, I will say, dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Big up. See you this week. Hopefully we get Sean Porter to have a good little chat with him and his father, Kenny Porter, this week. But we'll let you know. Keep you posted. Check out our posts on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Peace.
And also, we will be doing the Pro Bees.
1,000,000% we'll be doing that.
Show. Yes.
All right. Love.